way that I'm so beyond excited to be filming this video right now, I don't even think I could put it into words. Like, I don't even think you guys understand. Like, I don't think you understand. The last time I went book shopping, I just checked, literally like 2 seconds ago. The last time was 4 months ago, which it doesn't feel like that. It feels like the last time I went book shopping was 2 years ago. Genuinely. Like, it feels like I have not stepped foot into a bookstore in like a good decade. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been going through withdrawals, but actually no, like, I've been pretty good. I've been going into bookstores. If I'm like traveling somewhere or if I see a really cute bookstore, I'm not gonna stop myself. I'm gonna go in it, and then I'm just gonna take pictures of the books that I wanna buy. That way when I'm in this moment that I'm in right now, I can then go purchase the books. So that's what I've been doing for the past 4 months, is going into bookstores, taking pictures of the books that I wanna buy, and then walking out and not buying them, which I think is quality discipline. The past 4 months, I kind of put myself on like a book buying ban. I bought all these books and then I just wasn't reading them. But I also wasn't reading them because I was like not in a slump. I was just like, I just wasn't reading them. Like, I just wasn't actively reading. So I didn't think that I deserved to be rewarded with new books if I wasn't reading the books that I already just spent money on. So I kind of put myself on this task that I needed to read 7 books from my romance TBR in order to go out and buy more romance books. Not gonna lie to you guys, okay? Has that been accomplished? No. Okay, but I think I've read 4 of them, okay? 4 of them from that last video that I posted, the TBR video. I've read 4. I have a few left, but it's just, I am a huge mood reader. If I'm not in the exact mood for that specific trope, that specific area, it really will put me off, and then it'll put me into like a semi-slump, because then I'll just go do anything else except for reading. I've just run out of books on my shelf that I'm like really in the mood for, because I'm in the mood for like a very specific vibe. You guys will see. So yeah, we're just gonna go shopping. I'm gonna do kind of all my book shopping in the same area, and I've mapped it out. Okay, I've mapped it out. So we're gonna start off with Target in like Manhattan, because Target has really good book deals. Target normally does a lot of like buy one, get one 50%, or like sometimes even buy one, get one free deals. Also, Target, what's it called? Match price? Price match. Target price matches. You get like really cheap books from Target, so we're gonna start with Target. I also already ordered books on Amazon because Prime Day is coming up, so they have like pre-Prime Day type sales, and I've got some books that are like nearly 50% off, like all that stuff. So I was like, okay, like I'm trying to save money, so I'm doing this the most smart way in my head. And then from Target, I'm gonna walk to the Strand, which is like an indie bookstore, but the Strand has used books. So sometimes they have more affordable options. And then we're gonna end it off with Barnes, because Barnes is the most expensive of the 3. Barnes, yes, sometimes they have deals. Sometimes they have a buy one, get one deal, but most of their books are listed full price. Like, they don't really have like sales and stuff like that, like Target and Amazon. So Barnes is where I'll go last if there's anything that I still want that I didn't find that I know Barnes will have. That's the plan. And then the other thing that I want to mention is I'm only buying romance books because I'm just not in a fantasy mood right now. I haven't been in a fantasy mood for nearly a year. It's almost been a year, okay, that I haven't been in a fantasy mood. That's about it. I'm literally so hyped. So I'm gonna get dressed. I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna wear, because the weather, it's not too hot, but I have a feeling like it's gonna be humid. So we need to see what I'm gonna wear, and I want to be comfy. I actually don't have to think too long and hard about what I want to wear today, because this portion of the video is so kindly sponsored by Skims, which I'm really excited about, because they sent over this soft lounge dress. This is the soft lounge long slip dress. I've been seeing everybody and their mother wearing these like long maxi slip dresses, like the lounge dresses. It's literally like viral on everything. They have it in their iconic soft fabric, the soft lounge fabric, which I love. We're gonna try this on. We're gonna see if this fits the vibe and fits the mood for my book shopping. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me, because what was I expecting? I don't know, but I don't know if it was this. I'm gonna try to back up so you can see the full thing. The full prerogative. Can we get a little commotion for the dress? So my first thoughts when I put this on was, wow, I'm comfortable. I know it's in the name of the material, but the name really doesn't lie. This feels so soft, and I get why it's soft lounge. The material is just so soft and stretchy and genuinely feels like something I could wear as pajamas. Like, if they have pajamas in this, I will be going to check those out, because I can imagine me sleeping in this and literally feeling like I'm in a cloud. Like, I feel like I'm wrapped in a soft blanket. But at the same time, I'm not scared to like walk out in public in this, because I feel like the material is still thick enough where I could go braless and not feel uncomfortable. I also feel like I don't have panty lines showing or anything like that. Like, I still feel very put together. She looks like she could be uncomfortable, but they wouldn't know that I actually could fall asleep right now. This could really like work for any type of situation. Could I lounge around the house in this and pretend like I'm just a fabulous homemaker and I make fresh bread for my kids and I make homemade butter? Could I cosplay as that in this? Absolutely. Could I lounge around doing my laundry in this? Yes. But also, could I run around doing like my errands around the city in this, or like go book shopping like I'm about to do? Yeah, with the right accessories and then like some heels or some sandals. I feel like this also could work nice for like a night out on the town. The material is so figure hugging and like it gives you so much shape, and I feel like this is a perfect fit that for this literally like 90-degree heat wave that we got going on in New York City right now. This will be on repeat for me because it's one item. Throw it on and I go about my business and I do what I gotta do. Soft lounge, babes. I'm soft. And I'm lounging. If you guys want to shop your own Skims soft lounge dress, then you can click the link in my description. I ate my eggs and it's finally time to go. It's basically 11 o'clock, but it's okay. Like I'm still doing like moderately good on time. And I just decided to put on these sneakers since I'm going to be walking a bit today. I put on this cover up for when I'm on the train and it's chilly. And then I'm just going to carry my little mini bag, and that's the situation. So I changed my mind. I'm just gonna wear this bag from the Strand, that way I can carry my umbrella and my Kindle in it. I came to the bathroom of this random store because the Target that I went to, they don't sell books. They don't have books there. Even though it says it's a superstore, I guess superstore only means that it's like a grocery store. It doesn't confirm books. So that kind of puts a damper on my plan. So I'm kind of gonna skip Target for now, which really sucks because I know they would have good deals. I'm gonna go to the Strand first and then Barnes. And then on my way back home, I'm gonna go to a Target that's like closer to my house that I know does have books. So it's kind of backwards. But that's just how we're gonna have to do it. Thank you. What was it? So far this is kind of busting and I'm not finding anything that I really wanted on a discount price. sweaty. I left the Strand and I got one thing because they didn't really have what I was looking for on like a discount, so it didn't really make sense. So I'm gonna go to Barnes now. I'm walking to Barnes and I'm like, I don't know, this really threw me off that I didn't get to go to Target first. Oh shoot, I gotta cross the street. I'm crossing. Not going to Target first really threw me off course, but oh, my hair's sticking up. But we'll see what happens in Barnes. I don't know. This one, like, is this new? Oh, book 3. I'm so dumb. I found book 1. Have you read this, by the way? And they both have sprayed edges. I have been freaking searching for the Ellen Hildebrand, and I finally found it, and it's a lot. I need to get at least one because I know everybody says they're like a go-to summer read, but I just don't know which one to start with. I'm very overwhelmed. Like, she's got a lot going on here. Like, what's this? I don't know. I think I need to check TikTok. I love that you can literally spot when you're in the romance section based on the freaking rainbow of colors. Like, it's just so bright. Like, the contrast of like whatever section this is. Oh, mysteries and thrillers, and then boom. I'm trying to be slightly picky just because I know Target has better options, like pricing wise, and also because I made the big purchase on Amazon. So I'm like just not trying to pick up anything for no reason, which is kind of hard. Because I'm like, what do I get? This is the type of age gap that literally scares me, because why did you know him when you were 5 years old? He's your father's best friend and y'all are about to date when you were 5, babes? 5 years old? Like I could not get past that. I could not get past that. Is today the day that I pick up Twisted Love? I don't know. Not here though, because it's way cheaper on Amazon. Guys, what the heck? I literally went to check on Amazon just to see like what the sales were for this. Why is this? Okay, wait. This one is 63% off. Let me get out of the bookstore. Like, why am I? Like, everything is like 50% off, 60% off. I'm like, I could be saving so much money. And like, do I want to walk out and buy a book? Yes, but also, do I want 63% off? It's $6 online. This is $19 if I buy it here. I think it's time to leave. I think it's time to leave. Like, everything, I've just been like checking, and I'm glad that I'm checking because I would feel so stupid. Everything is like 40% off, 50% off. And I think it's Prime Day, the Prime Day deals that are like early. I need to leave because I'm not spending this much money when I don't have to. I'm not doing it. now that I have more energy to walk around more, I have to go back to Brooklyn to go to the Target that I know has books for sure. Don't know how their selection is gonna look. It's also now about to be like 3 o'clock, so not really vibing with that time because summer school is getting out, so it's gonna be kind of like packed with teenagers, but it's okay. So I'm gonna go do that. I've also been on Amazon kind of stockpiling, trying to see, like, I wish there was a list that they could show what books are gonna go on like a bigger sale on the actual Prime Day, because it's not Prime Day yet. It's only the 12th. Prime Day is the 16th. It hasn't even started. But I'm looking at like Emily Henry Happy Place is 50% off, like completely. I put like 5 things in my cart and it's only $45. But I literally just made an order, I think last night, because I was like, oh, the sales. And I'm like, dang, is this gonna be a book shopping video and a bookstore video when I don't get anything from a bookstore? I literally only got one thing from the Strand, and we'll see if I get anything from Target. But hey man, I'm trying to be cost effective. I'm trying to be frugal. And if there's a deal, there's a deal, because books are not cheap, okay? One book is 19 bucks, 18 bucks, and then you start adding that up, all of a sudden you're bankrupt. So $45 for 5 books? That's what it's giving. That's what it's giving. Anyways, so I have to get back on the train, walk to the train, get back on the train, and go down to Brooklyn, and we'll do Target. See all these little 20% off? That's what I like to see, babes. That's what I like to see. Give me a little discount. Give me some money off. The selection is very small. Very small selection, and oh, Emily Henry 20% off. You guys know that TikTok trend where it's like my favorite animal and then it's like blank blank blank, or no, it's like my favorite animal is me when, and then it's like blank blank blank. My favorite animal is me when I haven't gone book shopping in 4 months and I put myself on a book buying ban for 4 months, and then I finally give myself the freedom to buy books because I was ravenous. The justification for this in my head was I was going to, in my lifetime, buy and read all of these books anyways. So I was like, why not buy a lot of them right now while they're like all basically 50% off? Because if I'm gonna buy them regardless, isn't it better to just buy them now when they're 50% off than wait when I have to buy them full price? That was my mindset going in, and that's why there's so much here. I know a lot of people, they get different opinions about buying a lot of books. I do know, and I want you guys to know, that I am a book collector. I'm the type of girl that will buy multiple copies of the same book just because it was printed in a different cover. I am a collector of things. The same way people collect stamps, I collect books and different book editions. I know, regardless, I'm just collecting these. When I'm 40 years old and I have my little farm and I have a library in my house and my grandkids, do I have grandkids when I'm 40? Maybe scratch that. Maybe scratch that. But whatever age, you know what I'm saying, when I'm 80 and I have my grandkids and they want to come over and browse my library, these books will be in my library. These will be recycled through generations. My grandchildren and my great-great-great-grandchildren will know about these romance tropes. We're gonna save the Amazon for last, and I'm going to first start with The Strand because I want to start with the blind date with a book. This was the only thing that I picked up from The Strand just because there weren't as many good deals that I thought there were gonna be. The Strand has really good quality used books, and I'm very particular about used books because, like I said, I keep my books in very pristine, mint condition. I can't break a spine, like I just can't do it. I like my books looking the same way that they looked when I bought them. The Strand has really good quality used and like thrifted books, but they just didn't have any of those that like I wanted. All the books that I wanted were still listed full price. But I do love The Strand's blind date with a book because I just feel like the drawings are so cute. This wasn't even one of the coolest drawings, but this was the only drawing that I felt kind of intrigued by. It's College Frenemies Find Love at the Beach. And yeah, so we're gonna open her up. One last look. A little blind date. And I also thought it was cute. Barnes & Noble's also had blind date with a book, and I did want to pick up one of those, but I forgot. And honestly, I didn't need to. But if you do want to go to Barnes & Noble's, I don't know if all of them will have. I did go to like the biggest, most like famous Barnes & Noble's, so I will be going back for the Barnes & Noble's blind date with a book. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys see it first. I'm kind of scared. Is this something that I already bought? Okay, you guys look. Fuck. No! I think I just bought this on Amazon. I think I just bought this for like half off on Amazon. I mean, slay. Slay. I'm not too positive. I genuinely think I just bought this. But okay, so here we go. I never expected that like I would pick up a blind date with a book and it would be a book that I already had, but like that was, I don't know, I thought that they would put like less popular books in it. I was not expecting to get literally like the Emily Henry of all Emily Henrys. So we'll see what I do with this because I just bought this for half off and then I bought it for full price in this one. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, Beach Read was my blind date. I'm really trying to remember if I ordered Beach Read or if I didn't order Beach Read. Maybe I could give that to my mom. I think my mom might like Beach Read. I don't know, guys, but kind of not a success with that one. Now we'll move on to the Target stuff. So the Target deal that I wanted was the buy two, get one free. But then I thought they were also going to tack on the 20% because most of the Target books are 20% off. But it was buy two, get one free if you're a Circle member. So I signed up for the Circle membership. And then when I was ringing it up, like when she was ringing it up, I was like, does the buy two, get one free also tack on the 20%? And she was like, no. And I was like, so what's the point? But at that point, I'd already been rung up. Like I'd already been rung up. So I would have just had to like leave everything there and then just like walk out of the store. But I was like, you know what? I still got some type of deal. It says that I saved $27.98 this trip because I got basically like 6 books. So I got 2 books for free. Okay, so I got these 2 Anna Huang books. I've heard so much about Anna Huang, but for her Twisted series, which I definitely will be starting and getting into the Twisted series at some point. It's me. I have no clue what I ordered in this like Amazon stack that I have sitting next to me. So that's why I'm like, did I already order a book in the Twisted series? I don't know. That's really just gonna be a surprise because I'm forgetting what I got. But I have this Anna Huang book, which I haven't heard much about, and I think this is like a trilogy interconnected series. This is book 1, If We Ever Meet Again. This is supposed to be about a girl and she goes to Shanghai. There's a guy, he plays college football. They find love in Shanghai. That's what I was reading. But I was gonna put it down. I was like not completely intrigued, but then the part that really intrigued me was that the second book, instead of being a different couple, it's the same couple, but like later on. So it's like second chance romance. And I'm like, that does kind of spoil the first book, like knowing that they have to break up in order to have the second chance romance in the second book. But I'm like, it doesn't spoil too much. But yeah, Like, it's not like a huge spoiler, I guess, because it's on the blurbs of the book. But I got books 1 and 2 in the series. The second one is called If the Sun Never Sets. Okay? And I think in this one, he's like rich now. And I am in my like rich billionaire, millionaire romance. Like, if the guy is a millionaire, billionaire, I am ready to read it. Please let me read it. If there's a scene where we're getting on a private jet, like we're flying on a private jet to go on a date, let me read it. Third book in the series was also there, but I was like, let me just start with the first 2. And I also was obsessed with the sprayed edges. The third one has like a green sprayed edge. So I'm just like, this is just gonna look so cute on the shelf. Moving on. I need to like move kind of quickly because there's a lot going on here. The next book I got is Throttled by Lauren Asher. This is my July book club book that we picked. And I just read The Fine Print by Lauren Asher, and I'm eating up Lauren Asher. I only read 1 book by her, but I feel like I'm gonna be obsessed with pretty much all her books. Throttled is a F1, Formula 1 sports romance book, and I think it's either like brothers rival. So it's Noah and Maya, and actually she spells her name Maya the same way I spell my name Maya, which nobody cares, but I care. She is the sister of my teammate, and my new obsession is Formula 1 royalty and my brother's biggest rival. It is also an interconnected series, so it's part of the Dirty Air series. So there's a lot more books in this series. Next thing I got, Pretty Reckless. I have not heard about this book series or this author, 𝐿𝐽, but this author was like all over Target. Like, there was a lot of this author in Target. And this is the first book in the All Saints series. Penn Scully has had 4 years to stew over Daria followed first kiss. He asked her to save the rest of Okay, so basically like she does him dirty in high school. He's homeless. Okay, whoa, we're just getting crazy. He's homeless in his senior year of high school. He has to move in with her. She's rich. He's her housemate, not maid, mate. And they're living right across the hall. And she's, it's giving like Blair Waldorf rich girl misunderstood, because we need to figure out the reason why she broke it off with him. So it's giving second chance, but he has some disdain for her. Not understanding if this is high school or college. Like, is this high school or college? I'm assuming high school. He has to move in with her family. So I'm assuming if he's moving in with her family, she's still in high school. Pretty Reckless, 𝐿𝐽. This is another 2 first books in a series that I got. The first one, which one comes first? Which one comes I think this one comes first. This is Dare You to Hate Me by B. Celeste. I also just love the colors on these. I love the color schemes of all of these. Like, when you get a matching interconnected romance series and the colors just eat down the house. Boots, love that. Second ship, I think this is the first one. I don't know. I don't know the order, which is first, which is second. But this one is about girl, she ran away at 16. He's a football player. He has a perfect family. I guess she doesn't. She snuck into his bedroom, asked him to leave with her. He said no, so she left. And then they end up at the same college, end up at the same university 4 years later. She's barely picking up the pieces of her shattered life. Okay. He approaches her at work. He's the star football player. She's always had a crush on him, right? And what else? He's probably going to be drafted to the NFL. Okay. Ivy knows it's only a matter of time before they have to say goodbye again. So it's giving second chance, but like not second chance because they were just best friends. And she's always been pining for him. But it's dual POV. So you best believe he was probably pining for her too. It's giving she falls first, he falls harder, which is my favorite trope. And then this one follows Danny and Skylar, which this is Beg You to Trust Me. It's kind of cut off. It's about a girl who moves across the country for college. She thought it would be a perfect chance to reinvent herself. That is until one drunken party at Linden. Oh, right. So she has a really sticky situation where she gets drunk at a party, and I think something really bad happens to her. She wakes up in an unfamiliar bed, which like I'm assuming the worst here. Unable to piece together her memories, but she knows her heart will never be the same. And then just as Skylar thinks she might drown under the weight of what happened to her, Daniel Bridges walks into her life. Linden University's wide receiver. So basically they're all just like going to the same college. and all the guys, I guess, are on the football team. He's basically helping her heal from her traumatic experience. But getting close to Danny is one thing. Trusting again isn't quite so easy. So those were my Target purchases. It's now time to move on to the big box, the big just boxes of stuff. I was really trying to like, actually no, I did get a lot of stuff that's like starting new series. Oh shoot, I'm not even centered. A lot of the stuff also is just like finishing up series that I have, or at least continuing series that I've already read. And this is that. So if you remember in a few vlogs ago, I read Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan. I loved it. And these are the next two books in the series. So I think the next one that I have to read is, I just don't know the orders. I just don't know the orders, but this one is Hook Shot by Kennedy Ryan, and this one is Block Shot. And these are all NBA basketball romances, so they're professional basketball athletes. They all basically just follow basketball players, like not necessarily on the same team, I guess. I don't know. I guess it is. No. Oh, one of them isn't a basketball player. I think one of them is like a basketball manager. I'm excited for these because I loved Kennedy Ryan's writing in Long Shot, so I feel like I'm gonna eat these up as well, but I'm just scared if the trigger warnings are as bad as the other one. Next book I got is Wildfire by Hannah Grace, because I read Icebreaker and I know the girls have very mixed feelings on Icebreaker. It gets a lot of hate, and that's really like all I see is it getting a lot of hate, but I rated Icebreaker a 5-star. I ate it up and I thought it left no crumbs. I loved it. So I was excited to start the second book in the series, which is this Wildfire, and it follows, Icebreaker is a hockey sports romance, and it follows a bunch of hockey players in the same college team. This one is about Russ Callahan, who we met in the first book. I really recommend, like, I know they say interconnected series, you could read them kind of as standalones and you don't have to read like them in order. But I don't know, I'm the type of person, I really just love to read an interconnected series in order because I'm going into this and I already know a little bit about Russ. Like I know he's like the quiet guy. He's a little bit, like he has some type of like mysterious background that we were kind of seeing a little bit of it develop in the first book. So I always kind of recommend at least trying to read the books in order. So this is this one. I think it's like a summer camp romance. Finish out another series. The way that I'm so excited. Okay, so I got the final two books in the, what is this called? The Dreamland Billionaire series, because like I just said, I just finished the fine print like a week ago. Obsessed. Immediately wanted to jump into the next book. They are on Kindle Unlimited. I believe all of the books, which is great for me, but I do still just like to buy the physical copies because I'm extra. So this is the second one in this series. This is Terms and Conditions. This is Iris and Declan's book. Basically, Dreamland Billionaire series, it follows 3 brothers and they're all billionaires. And after an incident, they've basically been tasked. They all have gotten these letters where they have specific tasks that they need to get done in order to receive a part of their inheritance. This one is the eldest brother who is going to be the CEO, and I'm pretty sure the tropes in this are CEO and assistant, and I believe it's also age gap, and I think this is also marriage of convenience. And then this is the third book in the series, The Final Offer. Wow, this is crazy thick, and I've been hearing people say that this was like Lauren Asher's start to her obsession with a thick, beefy book, because I don't know if it's Love Unwritten or Wild. I think it's Love Unwritten. That's a Lauren Asher book, and I think that's like a 600-page plus romance book. And people were saying like, after this one, she got a kick for it. She got a kick. This one follows the middle brother and a girl named Alana. The way that I'm so excited for this one. The next one, Flawless by Elsie Silver. Yes, I have been waiting for this moment, not for like so long, but like for a little background, I am newly obsessed with like Western cowboy type vibe, just because I now feel like when I grow up, I want to buy a farm, not a big farm, but like a big enough farm that I can have a barn with stables, have 2 horses, enough space for a field where I can ride my horses and a trail that I could go horseback riding on. I also want some goats, not to eat, just to have. Non-dairy farm. I want chickens for farm-to-table eggs. I want like vegetables, and I want like 3 big dogs that just frolic around the field. And that's what I've decided that's gonna be the life that I have. Okay, like when I'm, you know what I'm saying? And my entire Pinterest and my entire TikTok has now been like horses, like Montana, Western, all of that stuff. So I have been fiending to read a cowboy romance. So this is like the cowboy romance of romances. Like, I feel like if you're into cowboy romances, you've read this. This is so popular. Elsie Silver is also just a really popular author. But this is about Rhett Eaton, who's a professional bull rider. And then there's also Summer Hamilton, who I think she's like working for him. I think she's like helping him clean up his image. And then I think they're having like a summer fling or something like that. She says there are boundaries they shouldn't cross, that Rhett's reputation can't take any more hits, and neither can her damaged heart. Rhett says he's going to steal it anyway. Flawless, flawless. I cannot wait to read this book, decide that I like the entire series just based off of reading this first book, and literally go back and buy every single other book, because the color scheme and like the colors of these covers are so cute. And like I said, like I'm imagining them stacked next to each other, just on my, oh, chef's kiss. We're almost done, I promise you. So excited for it. I don't think you understand. Play Along by Liz Tom Ford. Please, I've been waiting. This actually just came out on, I believe, July 11th. And this is the first time that I've like bought a new release and like ran to buy a new release. I love the Windy City series. This is the 4th book in the Windy City series, which is basically it's because it's not one sport, because the first 2 are hockey, the 3rd is baseball, and this one is baseball. I think what connects it and why it's called Windy City is because it all takes place in Chicago, basically. They all live in Chicago. So this is the first book. This one is like accidental marriage, I think is the trope. He's been pining for her for the longest, but she's kind of been like turning him away. She's been scorned by another man, that type of thing. We agree to stay married for 1 baseball season, just long enough to keep her job safe. But in my mind, I'm using our time together to prove to her I'm husband material. Kennedy might be reluctant to join in our game, but it's one I refuse to lose. So it's kind of like fake marriage, but the cover just like eats down. Oh, okay. Next up, this is one that I saw in Barnes and I was really interested in, but then I was like, let me just get it on Amazon. This is Indigo Ridge, which is the first book in the, what is it called? This is some type of series, and I forgot the name of the series, but this is Indigo Ridge by Devaney Perry. I saw a few booktubers talking about this, but basically it's like a romance, but I think it also has some type of like mystery in it. And I am not like a mystery or thriller person, but I feel like this could have been a cute way to like dip my toe into something, because if it's more romance than mystery, I feel like I could get down with that. Basically, I think there's this rich family. She's trying to show that she didn't earn her position because her grandfather is the mayor. It's small town. All she has to do is earn the favor with the Edens. Oh, I think it's called the Edens series or something like that. But winning over the town's founding family might have been easier if not for her one-night stand with their oldest son. In her defense, it was her first night in town, and she didn't realize that the rugged and charming man who wooed her into bed was Quincy royalty. She does her best to avoid him, but when a woman is found dead on Eden property, the two of them have no choice but to cross paths. As clues to the murder lead to one of the Quincy's own, Griffin realizes Winslow is more than he gave her credit for. Beautiful, intelligent, she proves hard to resist for him and the killer. I don't know, like something about that. Like I've never been intrigued by that by the concept of like a mystery book, but like because they're like it's like they're falling in love and like we also get to solve a crime. That just seems like a fun time. Another first book in a series that I got. At this point, I'm gonna have to do a video where it's like finishing series I'm in the middle of, because I've got so many interconnected series going on. Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. Can we see how many freaking books are in this series? I'm like, is this a dark romance? This might be dark romance, but like do not hold me to that, but it says they're a match made in hell. Basically, the Griffins and the Gallows have been battling for control of Chicago's underworld for generations. Their rivalry has always been flammable, but it reignites with fury when Ada, the youngest and wildest Gallows sibling, crashes a party at the Griffin mansion and accidentally sets fire to the library. To stave off all-out war, her father quickly arranges a marriage between her and Callum Griffin, eldest son and heir to the Irish Mafia. Sorry? I've never read a mafia romance, but I've always said I kind of want to read a mafia romance because I feel like that would be a good time. I think this is a dark romance. I've never dipped my toe into that. If you've read this, please let me know if it's a dark romance. Ada is more than capable of giving as good as she gets, starting with poisoning Callum on their wedding night. The problem is, murdering him would be a lot easier if he didn't look so good while she was trying to do it. Excuse me? She's got a lockbox around her heart. He's got something to prove. In their struggle for dominance, who will go up in flames first? Excuse me? I'm eating it up. My camera wants to die, and I'm hoping I can finish this before it dies. So let's move a little bit faster. This got a little bit bent. This is another Elsie Silver book. I feel like you have seen this if you are on the internet. This is a really popular book right now. This is Wild Love, which is like the first book in a new the Rose Hill series, which is like a new one of her series, which I'm not sure if this is cowboy romance or if it's just small town romance, because I know there's a difference. The guy is a billionaire, but all he cares about is escaping the press, studio, Oh, I liked this one because also it's single dad, because a girl comes to his door saying, like, I'm your daughter, you know what I'm saying? And now he spends his days balancing business with parenting a sullen 12-year-old. I kind of like that she's 12. Most of the books that I've read with kids, they're like really young, so I kind of am interested in like a preteen type vibe, all while trying to desperately keep his hands off of his best friend's sister, Rosie Belmont. And Rosie moved from the city. She's back in town. She's messy and chaotic. That's basically what it is. He's a single dad. He's a billionaire. She's moving back from the city. And there's banter. If you didn't notice, I'm a paperback girl. I really despise getting hardbacks. I just really despise it. So I prefer paperbacks. I don't think I need to say words about this. I don't think I need to really like speak about this. But I got Happy Place by Emily Henry. I just felt like I could not go a summer without reading at least one Emily Henry book. I mean, now I have two. And also I really think this would be a great book to read on vacation, because it's just like, I'm just picturing Emily Henry, Happy Place, on vacation. I don't even know what the plot of Happy Place is, but I just knew I had to read it because everybody and their mother reads it. Couple broke up, but they're supposed to be engaged, so they're like faking it, but because all of their friends are like in a cottage in Maine together and like all that stuff. So I'm really going into this blind, which I am enjoying, but I think I'm like gonna save this for my vacation. Then I also, like I said before, completely forgot what I got, but I did get Twisted Love by Anna Huang. The Twisted series, I believe, is like a billionaire romance series. Yeah, I think he has like a dark past. He has to look after his best friend's sister. He is trapped by nightmares of childhood she can't remember. So it's giving they both got baggage and trauma and they're gonna work through it together. But yeah, this is book one of many. I did get it. So I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm going to do now that I have two freaking beach reads. I'm kind of very annoyed by that because like I bought this one for literally like half off and then I bought this one full price, and like the whole point of like buying the books. Anyways, so yeah, I'll figure it out. Maybe like I'll give it to somebody, maybe I'll donate it, maybe I'll see if like a friend wants to read beach read and I'll just like give it to them, because it's like it makes no sense to like return, you know. I could return it, but like I could just give it to somebody. I didn't even describe beach read to you, but I also got this. My intention for my two Emily Henry books was for my vacation. I thought I would eat, and this is about Augustus. Oh, they're both authors. They're polar opposites. He writes like not a happy ending. She always writes like happy ending romances, and they decide to like switch and like write different things. Like they decide to switch and like write each other's genre. They're summering in beach houses that are like right next to each other. The last and final book of this haul was another book that I was contemplating for vacation, which is Hotel Nantucket by Ellen Hilderbrand. I've heard a lot about I've heard a lot about Ellen Hilderbrand from like book talk people. They say that she's just like a great summer read. Like she has so many freaking books, but I think she literally just released her last book. I don't know, the Swan Song, I think it's called. I don't know if that's her last book ever or just like her last book of like the Nantucket vibe, but she writes all these books about Nantucket and they're not necessarily romance. Like the way that they've been described to me is like it gives Desperate Housewives. Like it's just like a bunch of like older rich people with all of their crazy shit happening. It just more feels like drama unfolding. The staff and the guests have complicated pasts. Like I feel like this one is gonna give, what's that show called? The White Lotus. I don't know, like that's the vibes that I got from this. These are all the books that I got. Should I count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I got 21 books. I don't know, for the amount of money I spent, I did spend a lot of money, but I think I spent way less money than I would have if I bought this amount of books when it wasn't on sale, which is like obvious, but I'm just like excited. Like I don't have regret for buying any of these because every single book that I've just told you guys about and showed you, I'm so excited to start reading. Like I don't know which one. No, I do know which one I'm gonna start first. Like I know which one I'm gonna start first. Thanks for watching my book shopping video. Am I going back on a book buying ban? Doubt it. Like I don't think so. Just because there's just so much. There's just so much out there that I want to get, but I'm not gonna go as crazy anymore. Stay tuned for some reading vlogs of these books because I'm definitely going to be doing some vlogs reading these. Comment down below like which book you're most excited to see me read. I have to figure out where I'm putting this on my shelf, so that's gonna be an interesting task, but not a task that you need to see happen. Have a good one.